"You ready for your match, Hinata?" Naruto asked. "Of course," she replied, kissing him, much to the jealousy of the other females, who were now interested in said blonde. "Who does she think she is? Naruto will be mine." Naruto. "Looks like you got some competition," Naruto said, chuckling while holding her. "Let them come. I'll juking their butts to the ground," Hinata said it loud enough so they could hear. "No one would take her, Naruto, away." "You know I'm kidding. You're the only one for me," Naruto said, squeezing the life out of her. "Aw," the newly created fangirl club said. "How are your chakra levels?" Naruto asked Hinata. "I'm about full. I didn't spend much against Neji," Hinata replied. She sensed her chakra levels and estimated she was about 99% full, since she didn't use any heavy chakra demanding jutsu besides Kaiten, and that was only momentarily. "Good," Naruto said, and leaned forward and whispered to her ear. "Try to end the battle quickly. You can't waste much chakra since you know what will happen. Don't worry, Naruto. I have soldier pills if need be." She replied, and he nodded. Naruto never really ran out of chakra because if he did, Kurama would simply replenish him and he would always be back on his feet. It was one of the reasons Hinata was able to train with him all day long during the early days, thanks to Kurama. He would simply replenish Hinata's reserves so she could go on. In time, her chakra reserves increased, and she no longer needed that to keep up with Naruto. "Are you ready, kitten?" Naruto asked Yukito in a mocking tone. "Shut up, Whiskers," she replied, and he laughed. "Hey, I have a question," Yukito asked. "Shoot," Naruto said. "Why did you hide your Sharingan and powers?" Yukito asked, not understanding. Jinchuriki were treated badly no matter where they grew up. She didn't understand why he would hide his strength and be mocked even more. "Actually, it's very simple. Most of the civilians treat me as a demon and try to hurt me and kill me on several occasions." Naruto said and got gasped from his fellow classmates. "What do you think they would do if they saw me as a smart demon?" Naruto asked rhetorically. Yukito nodded, knowing very well what life was like. She wasn't physically abused in Kumo, but the glares and words of hate were always there. Her dream was to become like her big brother, Killer Bee. Killer Bee is treated as a hero by other people, and they all know he's a Jinchuriki. I guess she just needs to prove her worth to them. About the Sharingan, I never really had a choice. I awakened it when I was 5, so I could have gone to the Uchiha clan. However, they would have treated me as a weapon and used me for their personal goals. And after the Uchiha massacre, if I came forward with the Sharingan, they would think I killed the Uchihas and stole their eyes for myself, Naruto explained. "I guess," Yukito said, trailing off. "People are blinded by their hate, but one day we shall rise above that," Naruto said, with a small smile as he inspired another soul into the right path. "No offense, little kitten," Zabuza said, making Yukito's eyes twitch in annoyance and Naruto stifle a chuckle. "But Hinata," he said, looking at her, "you better win this as I have money riding on you," Zabuza said, making her raise an eyebrow. "Just in whom else have you placed bets on?" Naruto asked. "Just you and Hinata, since I know very well that these Genin don't stand a chance against you," Zabuza said, laughing while counting a pack of bills in its hand. "I take offense to that," Yukito replied, but Zabuza shrugged her off. "How are the odds for the next matches?" Naruto asked. "We are still in breaks, though they might change, but I guess they were impressed with both of you. Yukito and Hinata both have equal odds since Hinata defeated the Hyuga Prodigy, and you," Zabuza said, pointing at Naruto, "have slightly lower odds against Gaara since he's hailed as undefeatable, and he's the son of the 4th Kazekage," Zabuza said. "Ironic," Naruto muttered. "Gaara and me, we're both Jinchuriki, and both sons of the Kage of our villages," Naruto thought. "What?" Zabuza asked, not getting what Naruto said. "Nothing," Naruto replied, but Hinata got the meaning from that single word. "By the way, Naruto," Ino said, getting his attention. "Who was your father?" Ino asked, if it was a normal question. Maybe Naruto would have stiffened at such a random question, but not anymore. "One day, I'll tell you, but not today," Naruto said. "Why not?" Ino asked, whining. "Because my father was a very powerful man and had many enemies that I would like to keep away for now, but one day I will take my family name," Naruto said, smiling. "You'll take the Uchiha name?" Ino asked. "No, I don't want to be mixed up with them. I may have Uchiha blood and respect my grandfather, but I won't take that name," Naruto replied. "Why not?" "The Uchihas are respected and feared everywhere, even though there's only Sasuke left and, well, you," Ino said. "Because I never liked their attitude, to put it simply. The Uchihas were feared, true, but They were also known for their arrogance and willingness to do anything for power, Naruto said. When I choose my clan name, it'll either be my father's name or my mother's name, Naruto explained. Wait, you mean Uzumaki isn't your real name? Ino asked, not believing her ears. Yes, my real clan name was hidden to protect me, so I was named after my great-grandmother, who was an Uzumaki, Naruto replied. You really did have one hell of a lineage. Wow, Ino said. They must have been great people, Ino said in awe. The third did so much to hide Naruto's true family, so they must have been very important and strong. They were, Naruto replied in a low voice. He wondered what it would have been like to grow up with his parents, having breakfast with them when he woke up, having them buy him ramen, walking with them through the streets, being tucked in the bed, and making them proud of him. Enough with the depressing mood. If you keep this up, you might start brooding like the Uchihas, Zabuza said, making Naruto snap from his thoughts and laugh. The break is now over. We will start round 2 of the Chunin exam finals. Hayate yelled out from the arena, and the crowd quieted down and focused on the proctor. Yugito ni and Hinata Hyuga, please make your way to the arena, Hayate called out. Good luck, Naruto said and pecked her cheek. Do I get good luck as well? Yugito asked in a teasing tone. Nope, Naruto said simply, making Yugito's sweat drop. Bad whiskers, she replied, and both of them made their way to the arena to begin their match, Kage Box. Up in the Kage Box, the Kages were making small talk while they waited for the round 2 to begin. So, the Kazekage started. Who do you think will win the next match? The Kazekage asked, trying to sound interested when he really wanted to see Naruto's match against Gaara. My girl, of course, the Raikage said quickly. The Hokage chuckled but replied. I have faith in Hinata. What about you, Lord Kazekage? Hokage asked. I have to agree with the Raikage. She might be good, but Yugito is a Jinchuriki who can use your Biju. Even though the Hyuga girl seems to have elemental advantage, that won't help her if Yugito uses her Biju, the Kazekage explained his point of view. We'll see, Hokage said. They kept talking when an Anbu appeared in the Kage Box through Shunjuin and went to whisper into the Hokage's ear. How is everything? Hokage asked. Everything is prepared. The clan heads are prepared and will rendezvous at their compounds to organize their forces. The defensive seals are ready, and Chunin were assigned to power them up, and there are already shinobi ready to evacuate the civilians, Lord Hokage, the Anbu said, and the Hokage nodded. Everything alright, Lord Hokage, the Raikage asked. It was just a report on Neji Hyuga, Fu, and Sasuke Uchiha. They're all awake, but recovering from their matches, the Hokage replied smoothly. He didn't tell the Raikage about the incoming invasion because he didn't know which side he would take, and that could prove catastrophic. Looks like the match is about to begin, Hokage said, and they focused their attention on the arena. Yugito ni versus Hinata Hyuga. Both fighters ready? Hayate asked, and they both nodded. Then begin, Hayate called out and jumped back. Be careful, kitten. She might look weak, but I sense she isn't, the Nibi said, and Yugito nodded. They both dashed towards each other and started exchanging attacks. Hinata quickly found out that Yugito's abnormal flexibility allowed her to dodge her juking strikes rather well. Yugito ran towards her and jumped in the air and performed a dropkick. Hinata placed her arms above her head in an X formation and blocked the kick. Hinata quickly grabbed her foot and slammed her to the ground and jumped back to give Yugito some space. Yugito easily got up and brushed the dirt off her clothes before dashing once again towards Hinata. Hinata fell into her defensive stance as Yugito approached her and started to attack. Yugito channeled the Nibi's chakra to her fingernails and hands and feet, and they elongated a couple of inches, turning them into very sharp weapons like Senbon. Yugito tried a horizontal slash, but Hinata couldn't dodge in time with her gravity seals activated, and was forced to perform a kaiten to block the attack. Yugito seeing the kaiten jump back, Hinata channeled chakra to her store seals and daggers poofed to life. They were like Asuma's trench knives, but made of a conductive chakra metal, 7-inch long one-sided blades. Hinata quickly channeled wind chakra through them and rushed to Yugito. They both exchanged blows, but Hinata's chakra-enhanced blades quickly chopped through Yugito's fingernails like a hot knife through butter. Yugito picked up a kunai and channeled lightning chakra through them, but they were also overpowered by Hinata's wind chakra, leaving Yugito without a choice but to dodge the swings. Yugito flipped back to try to kick Hinata's chin, but Hinata jumped up and backflipped, landing gracefully on her feet a couple of feet away from Yugito. Hinata saw that she clearly had the advantage with weapons since Yugito couldn't block Hinata's daggers with anything. Hinata quickly sealed the daggers back in her seals and took her joking stance. Yugito dashed towards her and tried a right hook. Hinata sidestepped it, and quickly and gracefully she closed all of Yugito's chakra points of her right arm, making it completely limp. Feeling her right arm completely useless, Yukito jumped back to gain some distance. Damn, I can't really engage in taijutsu against Hyugas, Yukito thought. Normally after seeing this, Hinata would ask for her to surrender, but she knew her Jukin was pretty much useless against the Jinchuriki. Don't think you won this just because of this, Yukito said, smirking, even after having a useless arm. I know you can open your chakra points again by channeling the Nibi chakra, but it still is very painful, Hinata explained as she watched with her Byakugan. Red chakra flooded her right arm and forcefully opened the chakra points. Yukito winced and flexed her arm to get rid of the stiffness and numb the pain. She quickly forgot taijutsu and decided to focus solely on ninjutsu, because her being a Jinchuriki made genjutsu pretty difficult for her to learn. She envied Naruto in secret due to his Sharingan being able to cast illusions very easily. Fire style. Great fireball jutsu, Yukito called out and sent a medium fireball towards Hinata. Hinata easily jumped to the side to avoid them and flashed her hand seals and said, water style. Water bullet. Hinata sent multiple small water bullets towards Yukito who managed to avoid them all. Water style. Great exploding water wave. Hinata pumped her chest full of chakra and expelled a giant wave of water. Hinata rose from the ground from the amount of water being released and rode the wave that came crashing on Yukito, leaving the poor cat drenched. I told her to preserve chakra and she pulls out an S-rank jutsu, Naruto said, shaking his head. I guess I'll refill her when she comes back, Naruto thought. Hinata took a deep breath to regain her breathing after changing the battlefield to her advantage. Both Yukito and Hinata eyed each other, and they stood above the water that was a couple of inches high and covered the entire arena ground. Hinata decided to break the tension and began with a water shuriken. Hinata said, and the water rose in the air and took the form of shurikens, gained speed, and went towards Yukito, who blocked all of them with a kunai. I'll give her something she can't block, Hinata thought before going through hand seals and saying, 1,000 flying water meals to death, and sent 1,000 water zenbone towards Yukito, who couldn't dodge all of them. Fire style, flames vortex, Yukito called out and fire started spinning in front of her, suddenly exploding towards the incoming zenbone, completely vaporizing them. Fire style, great blue fireball jutsu, Yukito called out and using the Nibi's chakra sent a massive fireball towards Hinata, who couldn't dodge in time. Water style, water wall, Hinata called out and enveloped herself in water to block the fireball. The blue fireball collided with the water wall and erupted a cloud of steam that covered the center of the arena, blocking the vision of the crowd. I can't compete ninjutsu against the Jinchuriki. I'm only stalling this match, Hinata thought as the cloud of steam began to disperse and showed Hinata unharmed and Yukito facing her a couple feet away. Hinata suddenly came up with the perfect plan. She placed her right arm, making a half tiger sign while holding her left arm vertically. Hidden mist jutsu, Hinata called out, and the entire arena was covered in a mist that blocked the vision of everyone. Hinata could see rather well due to her Byakugan, and Yukito being a Jinchuriki, she was like a candle during the night. Hinata knew this jutsu from the training she did with water jutsus with Zabuza. This can't be good, Yukito said to herself as she tried to relax her senses and find where her adversary was. Damn, I can't sense her anywhere, Yukito thought as she tried to feel anyone around her, but she could only sense the proctor. She saw a small shimmer of light before jumping to the right and avoiding a volley of shurikens that were thrown by Hinata. The shurikens were concealed by the mist, and even Yukito with enhanced senses couldn't hear or see them. What do I do to clear this mist? Yukito wondered when she felt a very sharp pain from her shoulders and legs. She looked at her body and saw 4 zenbones sticking out. Where did that come from? Yukito thought until a realization hit her. The shurikens were only a distraction. I need to find her soon, Yukito thought, racking her brain to come up with some strategy to counter this mist. She was thinking, but she was starting to feel very weak and sleepy. She removed the zenbone from her shoulder and smelled the tip, detecting a faint metallic smell. Poison, Yukito concluded. Maybe I've been poisoned, Yukito said to her partner. Already on it, it looks like a sleeping poison, but it seems highly potent, and she had a blood vessel with those zenbone, injecting it directly into the bloodstream. Those eyes are very dangerous in the middle of this mist. You need to find a way out of this, the Nibi replied as she powered a bit of her chakra into Yukito to flush out the drug. I know, but what can I do? I'm not a water user, so I can't clear the mist, Yukito thought. They were both trying to find ways to take away Hinata's advantage. To be able to use the Jukin, one needs a very good chakra control, which can be applied to stealth by suppressing her own chakra signature. Yukito sensed a presence behind her and extended her nails. She quickly ducked and turned around, slashing through Hinata's chest until she dispelled into water. Water clone? Yugito asked, surprised by that, and turned just in time to see Hinata speeding towards her through the mist. 8 trigrams, 128 palms, Hinata called out as she got in her stance. 2 palms, 4 palms, 8 palms, 16 palms, 32 palms, 64 palms, 128 palms, Hinata finally said, and Yugito was thrown backwards, coughing with half her chakra network closed. Normally this would have been enough to knock out anyone, but not a Jinchuriki. Damn, Yugito said in her mind as she was having trouble breathing. I told you to be careful, the Nibi said. Yeah, just give me chakra so I can win this, Yugito said. If it wasn't for me, you would have lost already, the Nibi flat out said, but gave her the chakra anyway. Yugito was enveloped in a red chakra cloak, with 2 tails swinging on the back. Yugito let out a roar that completely cleared the mist, showing everyone Yugito on all fours with blue slit eyes and her fingernails elongated. She was covered in a red chakra cloak with 2 tails swinging. Yugito seemingly disappeared from view, but Hinata could easily track her thanks to the Byakugan. She blocked a straight punch from her and quickly deactivated her gravity seal so she could match Yugito's newfound speed. I need to use it and end this, Hinata thought as she prepared to permanently end this fight. They were both still engaged in taijutsu fight at high speed when Hinata went for a leg sweep, making Yugito jump up. Hinata seeing Yugito in the air and unable to properly maneuver, she quickly rose up. With her Byakugan, she found where Yugito's seal was placed in her body, and it was in the stomach like Naruto. She channeled her chakra to her fingers until they started glowing and showing kanji on them. 5-element seal, Hinata called out and slammed her hand onto Yugito, applying a 5-element suppression seal above Yugito's main seal, completely cutting off her access to the Nibi's chakra. Yugito, I've been cut off, Nibi tried to say but couldn't as she was completely cut off from Yugito, making her lose the cloak. Hinata took advantage of Yugito's weakened state from forcibly losing the chakra cloak and got into her stance and said 8 trigrams, 361 palms, and started attacking her chakra points. Then she couldn't open them now. 2 palms, 4 palms, 8 palms, 16 palms, 32 palms, 64 palms, 128 palms, 256 palms, 361 palms, Hinata said, and finished her attack, completely closing Yugito's chakra network, making her fall to the ground unconscious. Hinata took a few deep breaths and raised her head towards the proctor. Winner by knockout, Hinata Hyuga, Hayate called out, and Hinata started making her way towards the crowd slowly, regaining her breath. With crowd. Would you look at that, Kakashi said as he watched Hinata place a 5-element seal to disable her Biju and win the match. What did she do? Sakura asked, obviously not knowing what happened. She placed a seal over Yugito's main one to block her ability to use the Nibi's chakra, Kakashi explained. Wow, Sakura said. She and everyone else were in awe as they watched the Genin win against the Jinchuriki using its Biju. Obviously it wasn't full power, otherwise Hinata wouldn't stand a chance with that particular seal. I guess Naruto must have taught her since he knew she might be facing Jinchuriki since they were 4 on the exam, Kakashi said, looking towards Naruto who nodded. Hinata finally made her way up to the stands and joined her friends and senseis. That was awesome, Hinata, you kicked your ass, Kiba yelled. Thanks, Kiba, Hinata replied, and then looked at Naruto who knew what was coming. So, you need a refill, right? Naruto asked. Yeah, my chakra levels are slightly above half, Hinata asked. Naruto switched with Kurama. His eyes became blood red and slitted. His whisker marks became more pronounced and his fangs increased in length and sharpness. You know what to do, Kurama said, and Naruto picked her hand and held her while Kurama transferred chakra to her. It was a matter of seconds before Hinata was back to full. Who's that? Ino asked fearfully. That voice wasn't Naruto. Kyubi, he was refilling Hinata's chakra reserves for her next fight, Naruto explained. Can you use your body? Sakura asked. Well, he's sealed inside of me, so we can switch anytime I want, Naruto asked, and Sakura gulped dryly. Scary, Sakura said, shivering from the thought. By the way, Naruto, I think I need another taijutsu style besides the Jukin, Hinata said. What's brought this up? Naruto asked. My match against Yugito. My Jukin was pretty much useless until I disabled her Biju chakra, and my taijutsu style is again useless if the enemy can form some protective shell around their bodies. I need something that gives real damage like the strong fist, but I'll have to train my strength, Hinata explained. Careful with what you say, Naruto whispered to her. Why? Hinata asked, not understanding. If you announce that the Jukin style is flawed, Hiyashi might haunt your dreams, Naruto said, trying not to laugh. That's true, Hinata said, laughing. I'm just picturing his stoic face hanging in the air like a ghost, she said, making him chuckle. All kidding aside, I think I know what you want. I'll talk about it after the exams, Naruto explained, and she nodded. I'm up against Gaara next, Naruto said. I'll enjoy spilling your blood, Uchiha. Gaara with a twisted smile that made his brother step away from him. You only care about killing, Naruto said, shaking his head. I'll prove you wrong when we face each other, Naruto said. I will be waiting to prove my existence, Gaara emotionlessly said, Kagebox. I didn't expect that, the Raikage said, when he watched Hinata seal Yukito's Biju chakra. Naruto is talented with the seals, so he must have taught her, the Hokage said. I suppose, the Raikage said, ashamed that none of his Genins would win the Chunin exams. Not that it would even reach the finals, but he didn't know that. You have talented Genins this year, Lord Hokage, the Kazekage said. Yes, but you do as well. We both have 2 Genins each competing in the semifinals, Hokage replied. Yes, but I don't think Matsumura can win against the Hyuga girl. However, I am confident that Gaara will win against the blonde brat, even if he has the Sharingan, the Kazekage said. Like I said, I have faith in them. They are very talented young shinobi, Hokage said. Due to this being a double bracket tournament, we will have Naruto Uzumaki versus Gaara and Temari versus Hinata Hyuga for the semifinals, Hayate explained. Naruto Uzumaki and Gaara, please make your way to the arena so we can begin the semifinals, Hayate called out, and they both Shunshuin to the arena. Gaara uses sand, and Naruto uses lightning Shunshuin. Both fighters ready? Hayate asked, and they both nodded. Then, begin!